My name is Amaí De La Fuente, and I am the project director for AmeriCorps VISTA with the Hidalgo County.
Amaí, tell us what's been happening here today at South Texas College.
So today we got to celebrate an MOU partnership signing ceremony. I have been working with the Prosperity Task Force with Hidalgo County for the past year and needed to find the right foundation for the Leadership Academy to be the successful outcome that it needs it to be. And after much conversation and networking with everybody, it was very apparent to me that South Texas College had a lot of initiative with wanting to do more for the community in a lot of various ways. That talking to Dr. Hubbard, I saw that we had the very same intentions of wanting to bring prosperity in a different way, not just with human capital, but through education. And so through our conversations, we got to decide that Leadership Youth Academy being supported with the educational component of STC was the right way to go. And
understand a particular focus of yours is the colonias. You want to help in the colonias.
Yes, I've very much have been going through my career with AmeriCorps. I'm a 3-time VISTA alumni, and I stayed doing VISTA because one of the things that VISTA does is that we try to live with a living allowance that is similar to the poverty level here in the areas that you serve. And through those experiences, I grew up poor, but staying that way helped me see more and more what were the gaps in service that many times people who are in positions of leadership often miss, don't see, or don't understand how much of an impact it makes when they make policy decisions. And through the educational experiences that I had through VISTA, where I got to see those gaps as someone that needed SNAP, as someone that needed healthcare from the marketplace, having those experiences, knowing how tumultuous it was, it led me to see that I was a better advocate for communities and colonias, for example, by being not only someone from there, but never forgetting that I'm from there and staying there and interacting with everyone from there. My family is from the Valley. I also came from the Valley in California. So all these predominantly Hispanic communities, we always saw that the same was that we like to think that speaking a certain way, acting a certain way is a representation of our education or what we have to give our value in society. And I think it's more than that. Our experiences is what leads us to be better for each other and for the community. And I'm very excited to be able to recruit people primarily from colonias with the lived experiences to be able to be the ones who know what's going on and advocate on the changes rather than people who have no idea just how difficult it is or what's being missed or what's missing.
So at today's news conference, we heard from County Judge Richard Cortez. We also heard from STC President Ricardo Solis. And one of the comments made today was that effectively they were talking about the brain drain. We lose so many of our best and brightest from the Valley. We educate them, then they leave and they get better jobs elsewhere. And then we're competing against them, as was said. With your work with VISTA and with your partnership with the county and STC, is there any way you can address that?
Absolutely. Being one of the people who left the Valley and went to college in the Austin area, went to Texas State University, I left because Texas State University offered me a full ride. And I knew that without having that type of support, I wasn't going to be able to focus on the education the way I wanted to. But after so much time over there and seeing everything and feeling that homesickness, I knew where I needed to be was here. And what I would like to see for the Leadership Youth Academy as I continue to build it is working hand in hand with the VISTAs that come in. So anyone who comes in from the colonias and everything like that are the representatives of this community would be the ones that have the say on how the Leadership Youth Academy will be structured. But the main component of the Leadership Academy that is important to this is that with the Leadership Youth Academy, the focus is to support the structures that are underfunded and undersupported and understaffed, and be able to have the Leadership Youth Academy have an educational component that focuses more on the social services, on the problems that the social services have, so that when they graduate as alumni from the Leadership Youth Academy, the hope is that they'd be one of the most prime people to be able to be employed for Texas Health and Human Services, for any of those type of services, they'll have the language, both as a professional, but also as a lived experience community member. And having that, you can only do that here. And being from here is the only way. And so I would hope that once they come here, they carry that pride to be able to stay here and carry it wherever they need to go. They can travel. You can always travel, but nothing beats the Valley. And I hope to see the Valley be more than the negative things that show on the news and on TV. The Valley is more than that. The people here is more than that. The culture and the beauty of it. I want to bring that to the forefront instead of just what we see on the news that is negative.
Do you have a goal in mind as to how many members in this academy there will be?
Currently, right now, we're going to start with eight VISTA members with one VISTA leader. VISTA leader would have to have one VISTA experience, a year of VISTA experience already down. But I am very flexible. I want this to be opportunity. I don't want to be another person gatekeeping opportunity. So if anyone is interested, if anyone wants to come in con las ganas to bring structural change to the Rio Grande Valley, speak to me, talk to me, communicate with me through email, however way. But if there is a will, like I always say, con ganas, si ganas, and anyone that really wants to do this, I'm ready to start that partnership.
And going back to the colonias for a moment, some of the groups that we associate with leading community residents, groups like Lupe, Proyecto Azteca, Arise, Adelante Arise, we hear that they're not that close to this Prosperity Task Force. They're not really working with the task force. I'm not sure if that's a fair comment or not, but what do you know about whether those community groups can play a role here?
That is the most important factor to me, is that often these types of bureaucratic processes exclude the community and their voices. And being a part of the task force since the very beginning, I came in as a VISTA member, not as a task force member, but as a VISTA member trying to see everything that was happening, right? One of my main, I would say, skills that have helped me in this role is being observant of what is going on. And I would say it is a fair comment to say that the Colonia community organizations aren't fully invested in this, not just because the fact that there is no leveling of how we all understand each other, right? We have those like barriers in communication, but also the fact that I think there is a level of intimidation almost, that coming into this type of work that you would be ostracized for being of lived experience, for being from the colonias. As much as we like to say that we want to help and support colonias, I think we need to remove the factor of saviorism out of it so that we can see each other eye to eye. And I would love to include, I've worked with Lupe, I've worked with Proyecto Azteca, Adelante, Ramona, and everyone like that. And I think it's just, there is justification to their, to them being unsure if the county and this project will actually keep their word. And I completely understand that. But as I mentioned to you briefly, was that I'm not here to represent the county or AmeriCorps fully or STC. I'm here as a community member trying to represent the community. And at the end of the day, that is my main focus, is the community. So I hope that if they're seeing this, that they come to me and that we can work together to build something sustainable and long lasting, and hopefully it outlives us all.
Amada, is there anything else you'd like to say? Have I missed anything out? Anything else you'd like to tell the viewers?
It's a big thing to undertake. It's an ambitious goal and an effort, but it's worth it at the end. And even though there's going to be some moments where there's tears, it'll always be worth it. And I'm a very big believer that there is no coincidences. And I'm hoping that as the universe has guided me here and put me here, that it'll bring me the other people that will help bring this even bigger. Because this isn't my project. This is the community's project.
Thank you so much for today's interview. We've learned a lot.
Thank you so much.